Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So basically, as I said in my last YouTube video, I was gonna watch the Buccaneers episode and get right back to you guys. Yeah, I wore corset and everything last video so I could get into the century vibe. But we're over that. We're over that now. We're just with a new jacket because I just filmed the other shelters video. So if you see my black shit again, don't do too much on me. I'm just trying to give you guys variety in one day. So like I'm just trying to be consistent over here. So, anyways, we're here back with our Buccaneers recap, episode 4. So today we're only going to be doing one episode. So I'll actually go point by point. I wrote down my little points in my iPad as an iPad girly myself. Got up my little notepad so we can get into it. So, um, so for Buccaneers season 1, episode 3, I didn't catch the title. Oops. I'll go back and maybe like insert it right here. Title. Title here. Um so the episode starts off with like the Duke and Guy, not her telling him to go after what he wants and go find love. Not her setting a competition to her son's babes. She said, go after what you want, not even knowing what he wants is that girl that your son trying to marry, girl. So like, not you. Anyways, and I also find it weird that she never really told her son that. Like, she was just matching him up with random people. So it's like, is Guy more important? Like, do you love him more? So for this episode, everybody's back in New York. They're back in New York. They said bye bye to England for a little bit because they're going to Ginny's wedding. Well, I thought it was a wedding, but turns out it's just a little wedding party remake because obviously Bestie got eloped in the last episode. So there's no wedding for her, just a little party organized by Momsy Dearest. So, anyway, so they all go there to the party. And I thought the Duke said he was going to stay behind. I thought he said he was going to come to New York and like not be close by. Why do you come from the same carriage? Like, that's very much in front. That's very much in front and outside. So, anyways, I just thought that was ironic. He said he was going to be inside. He said he was going to keep a low profile. Profile was very much not low. He was on all the headlines, all the newspapers. Everybody and their uncle and their grandfather knew he was there. So, mm, didn't keep a low profile at all. And speaking of Theo, the Duke himself, I'm still waiting for another shoe to drop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I see the edits on TikTok, but I just can't, guys. I feel like there's something missing, and I'll get to that at the end of the episode because there's something I noticed, and I might be the only one thinking this. And so you guys tell me what you think, but we'll get into it at the end of the episode. So basically, okay, so after they get there, my girl Lizzie's back. Love to see you, Lizzie. She's such a babe. Like she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. And so everybody gets back on the staircase. Lucy's like, you guys need to get dressed. But Nan's giving side eye, like very vicious side eye to the mom. So Mommy Darius is like, oopsies, she knows the secret. Yes, and that secret, if you guys didn't already know, is Nan is not her mother's daughter. She's just the daddy's girl, but her mother, nobody knows who the mother is. So apparently she was just taken in, after the dad was being a little promiscuous back in the day. So basically, yeah, the mom knows that Nan knows. So they both know that each other knows, you know what I mean? And Theo, on the other hand, over there in England, wherever he is, actually, I don't even know where he is. Somewhere in Britain. He's taken the Duchess's advice, or Theo's mom, and he's sending that letter, okay, but he's drunk. So he's not only sending a drunk letter, he's sending a drunk telegram. So that means we're not waiting for this letter to get to Nan by pigeon carrier. Okay, like that letter's gonna get to her ASAP. Okay, ASAP. That's even worse. Okay, so yeah, so for a random side note, I wrote this on my notes, but not the mother for Lizzie and Mabel saying maybe if her daughters were more appealing. Girl, your daughters are stunning. As a matter of fact, you have the most stunning girls of the group. Anyway, stand up. See what my watch telling me to stand. She needs to stand up because what is she talking about? Your babes, your daughters are very much appealing. And appealing is just not the word I would use, but anyways, they're stunning. So large bitch Ames, I'm gonna call him bitch Ames because James bitch combine it together. He's being a bitch. He's being a bitch. He's acting like he doesn't know Lizzie. And we all know what transpired 2 episodes ago. Let's not get even into it because it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. He's acting like he doesn't know Lizzie after what you did, sir. Trying to save face. Get the fudge out of here. So anyway, we get into a conversation with Nan and her mom. She's basically telling her mom, well, her fake mother, that is. She's telling her mom, yeah, mom, you're not the girl. You're not the girl for me. I was never yours. You're nothing to me. Okay, she eats her up in the comments. She leaves hate in the comments. Hate alone. She very much a lot of hate. If I'm really looking at the sources, she hates her. She hates her. She says she's a liar and she wants nothing to do with her. Nothing. Not that she's not having a bar of it. And that was awkward. That was awkward. So she storms out of the room and she says she's gonna tell Theo. Okay? She doesn't care what the chances are if Theo's gonna accept it or not, but she's gonna tell Theo that she is part orphan, I guess. She's not who she says she is. Okay? And the mom is not having that. She even causes a scene, kind of awkward at her own party. She causes a scene. So back to James being a bitch. She's a bitch. I just thought I'd say that again. Um, I feel like Guy he needed more screen time this episode because why did I miss him? I missed him dearly. I missed him dearly. And Conchita and Richard side eye. Richard is similar to his brother. Richard, there I say he's also a bitch. Because what are you doing, Richard? What are you doing? What are you doing? Side eye to Richard. Everybody, pause. Give a side eye to Richard. Side eye. And that man with that telegram, put him in the New York Gramophone. Give him a trophy, give him a sponsorship because he said that letter is urgent. And I'm gonna get it to where it needs to go. That man was running through the streets of New York. Madison Ave, as they said on the city, Madison Avenue. Yes, get that man places. Put him in the Olympics because he was running. I don't know how much he made back in that time for being a courier, but get that man a raise. Get him a raise. And so yeah, mm-mm-mm. And I saw this little exchange between the governess and the father, Nan's dad. And I don't know, I guess I'm just wondering, is she the mom? Because if I do remember correctly, in the first episode, when Guy and Nan met, Guy was all like, is that your mother? And she was like, no, that's just my governess. So is that foreshadowing, maybe? Possibly? We'll get back to that in the upcoming episodes. But I just thought that was interesting. Because why did he look at her like that? You know what I'm saying? Um yeah, so why do you look at that like that? And we come to the part where I have to talk about Theo, guys. So this is why I don't think that Theo. I'm trying to maintain my side part, guys, because and I'm not dressing the theme, but I feel like a side moment was very much back in that time. So I'm just trying to give a little side swoop right now. Anyway, so Theo he gets the telegram. The telegram gets delivered to the house. The maid puts it just right there out in the open. Like, girl, what if that's important information? Anyway, she puts it right there out in the open. Theo sees it, sees that guy's thoughts name on it. He's like, "Oh, my bestie, I'm gonna read it." Like, babe, that was not for you. First of all, something's in my eye. Oh my gosh, that was not for you. What you doing reading people's mail? That's a federal offense. Anyways, so he opens it, reads it, sees that guy has confessed his love to Nan. He's like, "Yeah, I love you real bad." And what does he do? He gets upset. He's fuming. He's out into the streets. And I personally thought he was gonna run away, but no, he comes back, and then he's like, he says now that he loves her, and that if she wants him, she has to say that. Now, I personally think I understand where Theo's coming from the betrayal, but I personally think that was very manipulative because he didn't say all the sides. Like, you read a letter, you found out information that you didn't want to know. Sure, like that's upsetting. But you now know that she possibly has had a thing with somebody that ended in like a way that maybe like was confusing. So you just only know you're going to keep the letter to yourself, keep what guy said to yourself, and just say, "Oh yeah, I love you." Bombard her with things like "I love you." Like you heard another man say that you love her, and instead of it's like it's a race. So now you confessing your love, and she has to marry you, and you have to marry soon. Babe, that's not a way to do it because now you trapping her into a marriage. Like, yes, okay, maybe she liked you and whatever, but she doesn't know exactly how the other half feels. So it's like you're not even really giving her the benefits of a doubt. Like, she's not. That's not. She's not even choosing you now. Like like you're the default option, babe. Now, like you're making yourself the default option by doing that. Like, wouldn't you feel better if you told her all this transpired and she still chose you? No, you just trying to be a safety. Like, no, you trying to look like no, you just like, and I don't understand that. Like, and that's just messy behavior to me because now he's driving her away indirectly. Because now when she finds out all this information, what she gonna do? You think she gonna stay with you, babe? Anyways, so this governess, the fudge is she talking about, oh, Richard has power, so he's never gonna come here. Okay, like who are you? Like I was confused as to why she was talking, but I guess we found out later in the episode. And so Nan and Theo, like she never ends up because she was going to tell Theo like about her not being like her mom not being her mom. But she because of Theo and all his rubbish, she never actually ends up telling him that. And then she was about to tell him that, and then he's like, "No, no, 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 no. Let's live in this delusional bliss. Let's live in this delusional bliss, and don't tell me anything that's gonna mess up what we have going on." So she doesn't tell him. And Theo, you're setting up yourself up. You're setting yourself up for disaster, and I hope you know that. Whatever makes you sleep best at night. I mean, I personally don't think it's gonna make you sleep good at night, but to each their own. And back to James, he's such a raggedy bitch, for lack of a better word. Because first of all, your parents are nasty. Your parents are bad. So for you to come here and insinuate that Ginny's parents are worse is just really is really irking me in ways that I have yet to comprehend. And then he gaslighted, manipulated her into like disrespecting her mother in her own party. And then while she, not only did she not want to do it, he gaslighted her so that she could do it. And then when she was doing it, he was like, "Oh, what's gotten into you, you crazy girl?" So I'm just thinking that like James and Richard are crazy. Like what what in the gene like mutated to make them this way? Because anyway, so no to that. No. Like they're all just the Lulu, and I feel like also I wrote in my notes, I feel like back to Theo, like it was very insecure of him to do that. Like for whatever he did, like telling Nam not taking the full story in, I feel like that was very insecure of him. And I feel like if he was more secure in his things with Nan, then he would have, shown a little more confidence in that moment with that letter and just said the truth. So I didn't like that. So it's still team guy for me, guys. It's team guy for me. Like I said, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop with Theo, and to me it has. The other shoe has dropped. He's insecure. And why does a body like not need an insecure man? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know this is in 1900s, but come on. in modern day, which is like what is given, like these girls be in modern day, she doesn't need an insecure man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And either way, he set himself up because the way things are going, she's gonna find out about this letter, and then guy's gonna be like, well, guy's gonna tell her about the letter. That's what she's gonna find out, and then she's gonna find out Theo kept this from her, and then they're gonna get in a fight, and she's gonna leave that man. So yeah, and yeah, Richard sucks, and Conchita, you need to leave him. Like that little ultimatum you're giving him, slay to that, leave him. But Richard and the governess, what the fudge? What a plot twist! What a plot twist, babe. But all I have to say to that is hell nah. Okay? And you know how I said Richard has like a redemption arc? For me, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He cannot have a redemption. And that's just it. The guys in the show are trash. And that's why we support women in this show. We support all the women's rights and wrongs because these guys are not these guys in the show are not proven to be they're proven to be nothing if so. So yeah, that was episode 4, guys, basically in a nutshell. So yeah, this all took place at the party in New York. So the episode ended like that. Well, the episode ended with the mom asking for a divorce from the dad, but the dad was like, you're nothing without me, which was very rude. But I guess she was like, oh, you're right, I guess. So she doesn't do anything about it in the moment. So yeah, and Lizzie's going back to England. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna keep an eye on that raggedy James, but I just don't think she should be around James, to be honest." But she's trying to fight for her sister, so I get that. Like she's gonna look after Ginny. So, but setting prayers to them both because I hope like nothing else happens. Like it seemed like it's going to a rough path, but I hope that Lizzie can, I don't know, somehow intervene without getting further hurt herself. And I hope Guy just comes back. Like, Hasha give Guy more screen time. Like, yeah, so when he comes back, we'll see what happens. So stay tuned for next recap. And it was very fun talking about the episode with you guys. I'm glad I got to go into more specifics since it's a little one on one episode moment now. And tell me what you guys thought of the episode, or if you didn't watch the episode, tell me what you think of the recap at least. Like, what are these characters giving for you? And are you going to continue pressing play? Let me know. So, as always, I hope you guys' week is going good, and I hope that it continues to go up and up and up and up from here. And have a good rest of your day whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next week or next video. Who knows? Sometimes I just whip out these videos, it's a random. So I could really see you tomorrow if I wanted. But no. See you next video. Bye.